two screws in this doorstop are no longer biting into the wood. It's really loose, so we're going to fix that. You can see how loose this is. That screw is no longer biting, and neither is that one. In fact, the only one that actually is still biting is that one there. So these two right here are going to take out and fill in the holes with the wood putty. So first I got to take out this screw, the only one that's actually holding the doorstop in. And then I'm just going to pull out the doorstop. Like that, see? Those were not even biting at all. So this hole here is way too larger for the screw, and so is this hole here. So I'm going to fill them up with a wood epoxy putty. This one here is from a company called JB Weld. It's quick wood epoxy putty filler. And once that hardens, then we'll put the screws back in. So there's the canister it comes in. And basically I'm just going to cut off a chunk. It's a little more than I need. Actually, that's a lot more than I need, but it's going to be easier to work with it. So we're just going to knead this. Knead it and roll it in my hands until it's one uniform color. And there we go. So I'm just going to break off a little bit and shove some in the hole. Obviously I can't fit the whole thing in there. I'm going to get just enough in there, and then I'm going to take this wood skewer and push it in there. And I'm just going to keep doing that till the hole is filled up. It takes a little while. And now I'm going to do it to the other screw here. Again, just break off a little piece of the wood epoxy putty, shove it in there with the wooden skewer, and just keep doing that. I'm actually going to put a little more than I need, and then scrape off the excess from the door, and then just let it harden. It says it takes about an hour, but after an hour I checked, it was still a little doughy, so I let it dry for 4 hours. And now I'm going to take this sandpaper, and I'm just going to sand it down to where it's nice and even with the door, so that when the doorstop goes on, it will be flush against the door. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I'm going to put the doorstop back in place, and I'm going to take the screw on the right, which is the only one that was actually biting into the wood, and I'm going to screw that one in. And then I'm going to make sure that the doorstop is all even and the holes are all lined up. And then I'm going to take this drill bit, and it's a drill bit that is smaller in width than the screw. And I'm just going to drill a pilot hole. I'm not going to bore the whole thing, just a little pilot hole so that I can stick the tip of the screw in there. It just makes it a little easier for me to screw it in. And I'm just going to screw it in by hand. I'm not going to drill it in. And as I'm screwing, I could feel the resistance. So I know the wood epoxy putty is hardened. And I drill the top screw now. And again, just a little pilot hole. Okay, I'm going to close this door. It makes it a little easier for me to screw in the top one. And I'm just going to screw it in till it sets against the doorstop. And it doesn't screw anymore, so I know that I'm not stripping the epoxy putty. It's in there nice. Let's give it a try here. Put down the doorstop. Holds really nicely. Okay, it's successful. So basically, I just got some wood epoxy putty, filled in the holes, let it dry, sanded it, and screwed it back in. Thank you for watching.